Hey you guys, I am so excited that you're here. This video is a little informational training on the workouts and the food that you're gonna see in this program. So we're here to do some really quick, efficient, effective shaping and toning of your body and losing of weight. So there's some things that go along with that. You're gonna notice that I give you very specific workouts and really specific food that I ate. And we'll go into a little bit more about that in a second, but I'm literally just giving you everything I did over the course of these 2 weeks, which does not mean that you have to do it exactly that way. However, I give you exactly what I did because I know that sometimes we just need something that's gonna get our mind to say, that's gonna work for me. If it worked for her, it's gonna work for me. Our minds are really the most powerful tool that we have. If we make a decision that something's gonna work for us, it's gonna work for us. If we make a decision that something's not gonna work for us, then it's not gonna work for us. You're gonna have a lot of different trainings that will teach you how to shift your mind into a place where it wants to work with you and where your body wants to work with you and how to, understand the language of your body and everything like that. But what I have found from working with as many women as I've worked with over the last 9 years, I've worked with thousands of women at this point, which has been just an amazing blessing. And I've been able to see so many different patterns and things that we exhibit that keep us from having the weight in the body that we want. Now I'm going to include a lot of that in there, but one of those main things is that we tell ourselves a story that we have to be doing our workouts a certain way and we have to be eating a certain way for it to work for us. And instead of fighting against that, we're just gonna go with it. Like, we always wanna just really ride the current and make things the simplest we can instead of trying to force them to be extra hard. You can change your body just by changing how your thoughts, what your thoughts are and your beliefs and your feelings and your emotions. However, we have been trained since we were young that you have to work out and you have to eat a certain way for your body to change. So that is like deeply programmed into our minds. And that's why I give you these food guides and the workout guides. The information that you learn in the trainings, that's going to change your life. It's going to change your mind and it will change your body. But if you still have this belief in your mind that you have to be working out and you have to be eating right and you have to do it a certain way, then you won't, even with the best information, you're not going to let your body change as easily as it could change for you. And I want this to be the simplest, easiest, quickest process that you can possibly have. So let's just go with the waves of the current. Let's let ourselves just go with that flow of, I gotta work out, I gotta eat the right food. So I give you the workouts, I give you the foods. They're powerful, they're effective, they work really well. Your biggest thing is just to believe that they're gonna work for you and to go with it. If you need additional resources on like sticking to it and getting the motivation, being consistent, that's going to be the training videos where you get the mindset of what's really going on. Because truly, it's never just about what's going on the surface. It's always far deeper than that. And just to give you a quick example of what I'm talking about, I was coaching somebody in my Body Built by Love course today. And she was saying that for breakfast, she always feeds her daughter these nourishing foods, but she always finds herself eating all this crap. And I immediately saw that, knowing that that wasn't the real thing. There was something far deeper that was leading her to, not feed herself the same nourishing choices as her daughter. And I asked her, think back to who else, like what kind of role models, what kind of female role models you've seen take care of other people better than they take care of themselves. And we went back to her mom. And when we got to her mom, we realized that her father had talked down to her mother, and her mother never really stood up for herself. At first she started saying, my mom took care of herself. She would wake up early and do yoga in the morning. She would eat pretty healthy food. But then I asked her, if we take the food element and the workouts out of it, were there times when she was putting other people before herself? And she was like, well, yeah, she put us kids before herself. And I noticed that she took care of us better than she took care of herself, especially when it had to do with her dad. And the way her dad verbally abused her, she just kind of like took it and like went with that. And I let her process all that and see that by having the experience of watching her mom show that what's most loving is sacrificing herself for others and taking less for herself and giving more to other people, then that subconsciously got programmed into her. And then she started playing out that story as the most loving thing, even though it's not the most loving thing. It felt like it at the time. So she started playing it out over and over the course of her life. And then now she finds herself doing simple things like choosing her breakfast, and she's taking better care of somebody else than herself. So you can see that usually when we don't have the motivation or the the consistency, it's not really that we're like not consistent people, or that there's something wrong with us. We can't ever find the motivation. It's not really about that. It's always about something deeper below the surface. So like I said, we'll be diving into that in the trainings and everything, but I just want you to know that we just want to let it be easy. So let's do these workouts. Let's do the food. If you find yourself not prepping the food, not eating the food, not cooking the food, not doing the workouts, that's when you reach out to us in the group so that we can support you in figuring out what's going on there, because that pattern alone will change everything for you and it will change your body in such dramatic ways. So it's just really important that you observe yourself without judgment. You're going to hear me say that a lot, non-judgmental observer of yourself. The other things I wanted to say about food and about workouts is that you're going to see with the food guides, I give you everything. I give you all the recipes that I suggest using for the week. I give you an actual layout of breakfast, lunch, and dinner, Monday through Sunday. I give you a food prep guide so that you can prep things ahead of time so it's easier throughout the week. And you also have just kind of like a meal planner list of different options that you can do. The order that I put them in does not equal the results that you're going to get. So it's not like if you don't do it exactly as I laid it out, you're not going to get results. I just showed you exactly how I did it, the way that felt good to me. And for me, it was about being really simple about my food choices. As you'll see, they're not crazy complicated recipes. They're very, very simple. I didn't go wild here. I just kept it easy. I love that coconut quinoa recipe where you soak the quinoa in coconut milk and you cook it that way. And then I have it with bananas, have it warm in the morning. I loved that, and I ate it for breakfast almost every single day. If you don't like that recipe, you don't have to force yourself to eat it. You can have something different, and I gave you a bunch of different suggestions so that you can kind of pick and choose things for yourself. If you have a question on a certain breakfast that you might want to eat consistently, or how to make a breakfast you like a little bit healthier, you can ask that in the group. That's what we're here for. I'm here to help you with that. Any of that stuff. Know that you don't have to do it exactly like I wrote it out, but I just was sharing with you how I did it and what worked for me. I just kept it extremely simple. When I went out to eat, I kept it simple. I just, shot for gluten-free, dairy-free, artificial sugar-free, which none of those truly do matter in your food choices. It's just what you believe about it. So if you have any resistance, and that's why I put it in there, especially this way. Most people have resistance to gluten. Most people have resistance to dairy. And I'm not talking about your body having resistance. I'm talking about your mind. There's just been so much talk in the world about how bad gluten is, how bad dairy is, how bad artificial sugar is, that we literally have an association that if we eat that food, we're going to get fat, or it's not going to be good in our body. It's not going to be healthy for us. So we start beating ourselves up. So to, again, go with the current, make things easier instead of trying to push ourselves upstream, I just kept it simple: gluten-free, dairy-free, artificial sugar-free. Keep it easy for yourself. Let yourself have wins first before you go large leaps and bounds and try and climb mountains. Just let yourself win. Let yourself feel yourself winning, see your body winning, see your body changing, because that will motivate you to do more. So that's one thing. Same with the workouts. I laid out the workouts that I did, and you'll see they're my own workout videos. They work. They work for me. I love them. If you have questions on workouts that you would like to do, ask me. It's more about making sure you're moving your body consistently and eating healthy food than it is about doing exactly what I did. But I do know that, for myself personally, it's easier for me to just follow a plan versus me having to try and invent it myself and have a question in my mind: is it going to work? Is it not going to work? If you are okay, I'm just gonna use Steph's food, I'm just gonna use Steph's workouts, and I'm just gonna go for it. And I believe that like that's the easiest way, path of least resistance, and if it worked for Steph, it's gonna work for me. Do it. Perfect, amazing. Remember, this is just about what your mind thinks will work for you. So go with what your mind thinks will work. The more you resist that, the harder the process will be. So just flow with it. And I'm telling you that these recipes are, I mean, like naturally, these recipes are gonna just strip weight off of your body. The workouts are just gonna strip weight off of your body. It's really easy and simple. But don't force yourself to do it exactly how I did it if it doesn't feel right. Like I said, don't force yourself to eat food that you don't like. If you try one of these recipes and you don't like it, don't make yourself eat it. Pick a different one that sounds good to you. There's lots of options, and we can give you even more options if you need them. If you need to substitute things out because you don't like certain things or you don't eat certain things, if you're vegan or vegetarian, no worries. We can substitute things very easily. It's not like if you change the recipe or if you eat more than I ate or if whatever, you're gonna ruin it. It's not like that. It's just have fun with this process, enjoy it. If you find yourself doing things that you know are sabotaging for yourself, like if you're binge eating or if you're like way overeating, way past hunger, there's a difference between I'm hungry for more and I'm like shoving food down my face like more than I need. Know the difference, observe yourself, have awareness, and check in with us. Ask us for assistance and guidance in the group if you need it, because again, that's what the group is there for. So make sure you utilize it. Everybody has their own things. Everyone in this group is here because they have something that's been keeping them from having the body that they want. So it's not like you're just the only one here that's like struggling with things. You're part of a group of people who understand you and love you, and this is a safe space. So please share everything. You'll get better results if you share what's actually going on with you and be honest and vulnerable. You'll also find that there's a lot of people who understand you and are like, oh my gosh, I'm there now too, or I've been there. So that's pretty much the main stuff I wanted y'all to know about the food and the workouts. It's really about going, instead of forcing yourself upstream, go with the current, go with the wave, and do these workouts. Like, just commit to doing something daily. Just commit to something. It doesn't have to be crazy, it doesn't have to be wild. Just get your body moving, build some muscle. Muscle burns fat. Eat some nourishing foods, eat things that really make your body feel its best, and we're gonna have an amazing time. You're gonna see your body change in so many ways, and it's going to truly get better than you even think is possible for you. You'll have the module video to talk more about like the in-depth emotional things, but it's just a little bit about food and workouts. If you have any other questions, let me know, and know that I love you and I'm here to support you and that you've got this. This is the thing for you. Decide right here and right now, this is the thing that changes everything for me, and it gets to be. So I'm excited for you to have that experience. It's so fun to see your body changing every day, and great job being here.